gonna purchase. That's a name.
You need to really get off my balls, okay? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Also, why was Michelangelo so stinky? Ew.
Welcome to episode 296 of the AllYouCanHear podcast. I'll be your host today, Patrick, and joining me today are my two completionist co-hosts.
Gamer Colt, Manga Colt.
It's Wenzel. Just know we lost an hour of audio.
Yeah, so this is going to be a rush through, essentially, because they have plans.
They have plans, and we just lost an hour of audio, and that really fucks us over.
And I don't feel like saying everything I already said.
Yeah.
Just so you know, this is part 2 of the AYCH Awards. Yes, we had a big snafu recording, just putting everything on the table. But this episode, what can you expect? We're basically breaking down all the other things that we saw in 2022, from books to TV shows to moments to everything in between. This is basically just a miscellaneous portion of the awards, and we're going to open that with discussion of the favorite things that we read from 2022.
Yeah, so we're talking about books, anything we've read, novels, comics, manga, etc. No maximum, no minimum. This is my top 10. I have a bookstagram. Hello, doggy. So please, if you want, go check that out. I have reviews for some of these, and I'll put reviews for all these on there. If you want to learn more about my thoughts, please check that out. But anyway, my top 10, 100 Boyfriends by Bronte Purnell. Really good novel about a bunch of different boyfriends and gay relationships. It's really good. I loved it. Hey, Darwin.
Darwin is running around the studio
There's
now.
Pepper! Oh, my goodness! Oh, my goodness!
We got doggies in the studio.
Go!
Go.
Get out of here! Oh, my goodness! There's a dog under the desk. What do we do? Anyway. Next up is All Systems Red by Martha Wells. It's a short little sci-fi novel about artificial human or android, calls himself Murder Bot, who's on a pay job to protect some humans, and things go awry, and it's really funny, and he just loves to watch soap operas and not interact with people. He's self-aware. Anyway, Die Dark, volumes 1 through 3 by goo.gl. It's basically Doro Hedoro, but in space. Really good, really dark. Goddess of Filth by AYCH Xtra. It's about a bunch of Latino girls. They do a ritual, ends up summoning a god. One of the girls gets possessed, but it's not a bad thing. It's actually pretty cool, badass, and Christianity and colonialism kind of destroy cultures and traditions and stuff. Maybe. No, sorry, that's not a hot take. That's definite, especially when it comes to the indigenous people of Americas. Anyway, it's really good. Check it out. There's also Heaven, No Hell by Michael DeForge. It's a graphic novel with a bunch of cool political satire stories. There's one of them is about a woman who talks about heaven, but she's secretly trying to talk. She's not secretly. She basically just says that she fucked one of her friend's husbands. It's really funny.
Scandalous.
But that's not political. That's just a funny story. PTSD Radio 1 by Masaki Nakayama. It's a really good horror manga. It came out a while ago, but it just got released physically in America last year. Read it. It was good. It was horrifying. Ancient gods, ancient rituals. Really cool. Ring Shout by P. I cannot say that. I cannot say his name right. I'm so sorry. Clark. It's about the Ku Klux Klan has they are monsters, but they have actual physical, grotesque, cosmic monsters. And then a young black woman and several other people, a resistance group in America fighting against them. It has really cool magic, gods, monsters. Cool. Mapping the Interior by Stu and Graham Jones. I have a review of that on my bookstagram, Wenzel Banters, about a coming-of-age boy who keeps seeing the ghost of a father he never met. Stoneford by Lee Lai. Really good graphic novel about two women and a kid and separation and relationships and Yeah. Then when we cease to understand the world by Benjamin Labatut, I read that. It was good. I have a review for that on my Bookstagram, and it's about when scientists make these discoveries, and it kind of fucks over the world. It's speculative, but it's also historical, and it's fiction, and it's really cool. Check it out. That's my top 10.
I think it's funny that Wenzel just went through that in probably like 5-6 minutes, and originally 20 minutes. So. But to be fair, that was when we had more time.
That was also my top 10, fucker.
I know.
I had other stuff.
Which I'm going to go through mine even quicker. Colt. Me. I like books. This is what I've read. Mostly manga. Some comics. Number 1 is Chainsaw Man. Great stuff. Love it. Check it out. Stuff that's happening right now. Good. Catch up. Good. It sounds much. Bleach. I've started Bleach, and I finished Bleach. I got all Bleach.
I mean, we don't have to go that.
I know.
You're taking up time. No, I'm just kidding.
But like, you elaborate a little bit, obviously, but like, obviously not to the same extent that we did. But
yeah,
like,
I love Bleach. It's really good. 1,000 Year Blood War is peak Bleach. It's my favorite arc in the entire series. Check it out. Dorohedoro. I read all of it, 1 through 26. Ebisu. My favorite character. She's very funny, and her and
Judas
Ear's shenanigans are peak comedy. Then I read Jason Aaron's Thor. Love that stuff. I'm currently at the end of the War of the Realms. Really good stuff. It's my favorite MCU comic. Really good. Black Clover. Really good stuff here. The manga is good. Read the manga. Don't worry about the anime, even though the later stuff is good. If you like the manga, watch the anime. That's my reading order. Read/watch order. Next is My Hero Academia. We're at the end. This is it. I don't see it going past 2023. This has to be the final year for My Hero Academia, at least this part. If they do a My Hero Shippuden, I don't know.
It has me sweating.
Yes. Jujutsu Kaisen, same
also
thing.
has me sweating.
Yes, it's going to end this year. 2 huge mangas are ending this year. I can see it happening. It's not much to say about Jujutsu Kaisen without going to spoilers.
Yeah.
Really good. Hell's Paradise, I read all 1 through 13. Very excited for Mappa's animation. I don't want to spoil it as well because, let's just say, there's a lot of nudity, and I don't know if they're going to include it.
whoa, titties.
Yeah, and wee-wees.
Yep.
Next up is Goodbye Eri by Tatsuki Fujimoto. It's more of his work. He's an insane person, and it's a very heartwarming story. Highly recommend you check out Goodbye Eri. It's only 200 pages, and it should be getting a physical soon. No, it doesn't. Look Back has a physical, but Goodbye Eri should be getting a physical this year.
No, Goodbye Eri should be getting one. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Up next, Dr. Stone. It ended this year. Very sad that it's over, but I still think that it can continue. Boichi's art is fantastic. He's horny as hell for everyone. He draws sexy men and sexy women. That's just the way he rolls.
And sexy statues.
And sexy statues.
So there's no reason for those statues to have asses that fat, for no reason.
He's got a mind that's bigger than ours, and we're not ready to understand. Next is Ichi no Se Family's Deadly Sins. It's a brand new manga starting on the Shonen Jump app. It's only got like 7 chapters out right now. Highly recommend you check it out. Jump on it while it's hot because Takopi Original Sin. That's the other manga he's working on.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very popular manga in Japan. This one is really good. It's about a family that loses their memory in a car crash, but to come home to try to figure out who they were, and they realize they're not normal people. They're all fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
Really good manga. Check it out. Next is One Piece. We're finally out of Wano.
Thank
Holy
God.
fuck, Wano,
Thank
man.
God.
I love
I haven't
Wano.
read it.
Yeah, I know. You say thank
Whether
you.
they're talking shit.
I love Wano, but it could have been shorter.
Yeah, could have.
And now we're into the crazy stuff because it is
crazy stuff.
I'm going to beat you with a stick. We're into the in-game stuff. One Piece. I don't think it's going to end this year because that's not the way Oda rolls.
No, he's fucking insane.
You know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll end this decade, more likely.
Yeah, I say like 3 years tops, maybe at least. Next is Invincible. I read every single issue of Invincible, all 144. Absolutely love it. I can't wait for the season 2 of the animation because that's what originally made me buy all 3 compendiums.
Yeah.
And those are humongous books.
They are very thick ass books. But that's my books so far. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. My readables for the year, I have 9, but these are in no order, just basically kind of separated by type. I actually read one real regular novel this year, and that was My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones, a very prolific indigenous writer who specializes in horror, and he has just like a huge body of work I look forward to exploring in this book. It's about a young girl and just like her using her love of horror to escape sort of the problems of real life, but also help her when real life horror things start to happen in her neighborhood. Had a really good time with it. A lot of interesting twists and very heartfelt, and I think you'll be well served. This would be a great entry point to his just like larger body of work. For Western comics, I would really recommend Gene Lin Yang's Shang-Chi run. First time ever reading the comics about Shang-Chi. It's a great job, and it tells a very, very compelling story, very engaging characters, and the artist D.K. Ryan is an incredible artist, very striking, very energetic, incredible action. I think you'll be well served to check out this run. You don't have to know a thing about Shang-Chi. This is a great entry point. And it pretty much starts from zero for the character and just gives you this great big long adventure. And I think it's still currently being released in essentially in a mini-series format. So go check out the trades that are available right now. I had a great time with it. One of my favorite mainstream Marvel books in a long time. And I've read a lot of manga. The Kamen Rider and Super Sentai manga from the creator of both of those series, Shotaro Itadamoshi, the father of essentially modern tokusatsu. Really enjoyed those. There's a lot of like depth to these stories despite being close to 40, 50 years old. And then just like really falling in love with like an older style of art for manga, even with the exaggerated proportions. I really found like a really interesting heart and creativity to his work. And some of the more well-known series, like we talked about One Piece, big One Piece fan, and just seeing like just the big climax that was reached with Wano, and then its current just pretty much just out of the frying pan into the fire. Just like it's a super accelerated pace. And big things are happening in One Piece, and I think it's only going to get wilder the closer we get to the finale. However long or far off that is. Reading Dorohedoro, stuff that I started a while ago, but like pretty much getting right up to the end and just seeing like just the crazy story that just unfolds, and like a bunch of lovable characters despite the dark, grotesque setting. It's a really interesting sort of series of contradictions. It looks a certain way, but then it gives you a completely different type of story. It's very engaging, very entertaining. Kiyoshi is a great writer and artist, and if you love Dorohedoro, you'll probably love Die Dark, which is her more sci-fi driven series. It's even sillier and wackier than Dorohedoro. Like both are highly recommended. Finally sitting down to read a large portion of Vinland Saga. It's an incredibly engaging story about like this like Viking tale of revenge, and that skirts the line between history and mythology, and it's some of the most just meticulous art you'll see in the manga. Just an incredible amount of depth of like knowledge and information goes into this series. And also, it's hype as fuck. I was reading volume 4 of the omnibus. It had me fist pumping in the air like at 4 o'clock in the morning. There's some really, really incredible moments in Vinland Saga. And, I've only read essentially the preamble of the series.
Yeah.
So there's even more to come. And lastly, I got into a well-known manga artist's work in a big way this year. That's Rimiko Takahashi, one of the most beloved and prolific authors and artists in manga, in comics in the world. And reading some of her series like Renee, Mao, Mermaid Saga, and AYCH Xtra. I really just fell in love with this, a classic, easy type of storytelling. It's just, to me, it's just a story doesn't have a series that don't have a lot of just like You know, you don't have to, I mean, not it's just derogatory, but just like they're very simple to follow stories. You can jump in, jump out, and it's still, you know, you're entertained the whole way through. If you like something to get started with that's a bit shorter, because Rumiko's series are known to be fairly long, I would recommend Mermaid Saga to start with, because it's definitely an outlier in what she's known for. It's definitely darker in tone. It's more or less a horror manga, and I think it's an interesting way to sort of maybe break preconceived notions you've had about her and her work. And I think that would be a great way to check out the lighter fare that comes from her other series. I'm currently really into AYCH Xtra. It has an anime adaptation out right now, and it's been really fun just to explore this expansive library, because she's been writing stories for 40 years, so she has a lot to really dive into, and I look forward to just exploring that in my own time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and this is like up to the point where we've lost everything.
Yeah.
The first time around, so I don't imagine the next part will go so quick. It's just I can't remember what I said, and if I did, like, when I say things, my brain automatically deletes them, saying, "All right, you said it. You don't have to say that anymore. Delete it. You don't need it anymore." So
Man,
that's why I was so fast. I don't mean to be. It's just,
No,
It's just bad luck. We've been like behind the scenes. We've been recording literally all day. We're right there at the finish line, and then we had like a little technical issues. So that might have felt like a speed run edition of what we usually talk about, but that's just sort of to get us back to the point, because like obviously we can't recount the exact same 47 minutes we had before, so that's just not possible.
Wow.
But I think with the second portion, we can, you know, have a slower pace, but still explore like what we did with the rest of the media that we were able to enjoy.
I feel like I should go first because I have the most here, and I can easily get through some of these.
No, I'm going to go first. I watched Peacemaker Season 1 at the very beginning of the year. It was cool. John Cena is awesome. The intro is a dance sequence. Really sick. Next up is Smiling Friends Season 1. Really fucking funny. It's really good.
There's still bits that we do from Smiling Friends.
Yeah, we do. Then I caught up on Demon Slayer finally, Seasons 1 and 2, and the fucking movie. Demon Slayer popping off, height of animation, really cool, really brutal. I'm excited for Season 3. Fuck
Should
yeah.
be starting soon.
Yeah, and then Chainsaw Man Season 1, it's complete, it's good, it's great. Fuck the haters. It's so good. It's really good animation. It's like a combination of 3D and 2D. It's really good. And it adapts the story really well, especially with the music.
Yes.
All the outros are awesome. The intro, I still listen to it. I love Kickback. So good.
And we talked in depth about Chainsaw Man in our fall 2022 anime review non-canon. So definitely check it out if you want like an extensive discussion about what we enjoyed about that series and all the other ones from a really stacked season.
Mm-hmm.
That all you got? All right, I guess I'll go into mine, which I'm not going to rocket through mine like that.
What?
Crit Rock gets smacked by William Smith. What the heck happened?
What's the world coming to?
Chris Rock, why you say G.I. Jane? And then William Smith, why you hit him? That's crazy. That happened this year.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I had to bring it up.
In case you forgot.
Because this is anything you want, just crazy shit that happened this year, or just things.
Yeah, maybe next time I should change that.
No. Fuck you.
Top 10 pop culture moments by
My
AYCH.
manga collection has grown probably 2 times its size as when I started 2021. That's not a bit. I have so much manga, and I have not read like probably 70
Any of them.
Nope. 70% of the manga I have not read.
You know, it's been a long time since we've been, at least I've been over to your house, so I'm really trying to imagine how the hell you managed to squeeze all the manga that you've got recently into your room.
I've had to sacrifice some shelves, as in like I had to put away some Gunpla, sadly. But I did it because I got so much manga.
But I mean, it all fits.
Yeah, it does.
And not just regular manga, like the fat ones too, the big one volumes.
Yes.
Yeah, those fat shits.
Yeah, they sit on the bottom shelf so that I don't crush anything beneath them.
It's like breaking news: Local Man was crushed to death by his manga collection.
No. Whenever I get a chance in my own place, it's going to be a beautiful library full of manga. And I'm clearly double stacking.
I'd hate for somebody to steal all that.
I would burn them to death. I'd hunt them down like John Wick. 100%. James Cameron beast mode. He went crazy at the in running up to the release of Avatar, saying like, "This is better than anything you'll ever see. Like, if you don't like it, kill yourself." Stuff like that. He is really good at shitting on people, and I just think it was really funny. All the shit he said up to Way of Water. Mm-hmm. It was really good. 9/11/21. 9 plus 11 equals 21. So 9/11 turned 21 years old this year. 21. That's crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't do the math, okay? Stop.
Wait,
thinking.
hold. I just now read what's on your list, and there's some entries I
You're
missed.
just now reading it. I've been keeping up with that. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
But continue, Colt.
The old bitch is dead. She died.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
died.
she dead. She's 6 feet under. She rotten. Her son's already sucking so many.
Taking a fucking dirt nap.
Yeah, well, he's not yet, but
Well,
she
no,
is.
she is, yeah.
Her-
She being the queen, in case you couldn't tell, the queen of England.
yeah, that bitch dead. She sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Next up is MILFs. Love MILFs. I don't know why you didn't have it on your list, because they're great. Do you not like MILFs?
Man, I love frogs, so yeah.
Oh, wow. So not Tanner. Wenzel doesn't like older women. Okay, we see how it is.
Hey, I didn't fucking say that.
Okay, all right. Next up is trucks. Trucks are funny, and they're pretty big. So trucks are there. Then next is my Journey to the Legend of Heroes series. I did not realize that every single game was connected as clearly as they were, and I jumped in essentially halfway through. I beat Trails of Cold Steel 1 at the beginning of the year. I beat Trails of Cold Steel 2. I started it last year, and I beat it the first 2 days of the year. Really fun. I'm currently playing Trails of Zero. Trails from Zero. Really good. Really good stuff. It's peak RPG stuff, essentially. It's the longest, or one of the longest running game stories at the moment. Still releasing games, by the way. Overwatch is sucking my dick in balls. I've been playing it pretty much constantly. I'm like at 130 something hours in right now, and it's not a thing that can end. But Wenzel and I have been playing like crazy. I'm a support main, so I'm the one healing you. So be nice to me if you see me in your games. And I think it's bullshit that I'm bronze 1 on every single role, even though I was almost gold 5 as support. But it said, you know what? You're doing too good. We're gonna make you lose so much that you're bronze 1.
I was gold 1 at some point, but we kept fucking doing so bad that it bumped me all the way to gold fucking 5. I literally went from gold 1, gold 2, gold 3, gold 4, then gold 5.
And the thing is, Wenzel and I are not bad. We're not bad at the game. I'll argue we're really good support because we usually run a support duo.
Mm-hmm.
But we lose a lot of games because our teammates are not the best.
Yeah, and it's so funny because it's so funny because like the people who are they're wanting to play attack, DPS, and they want to play tank, and they automatically like, oh, it's support. It has to be our fucking support. And that's why we're losing. It's like, no, it's just that you're fucking bad at the game. Like, it's not support. Like, fuck. I mean,
There's only so much that someone can cover your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I've gotten to the point where I will go in the chat if they talk too much shit. So
yeah, the toxic, man. They're so fucking toxic on there.
Overwatch fans being toxic, color me surprised.
I think it was funny the one time that guy was talking shit in the chat, and I went into the chat myself and said, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "Sorry, that was toxic. My bad." But you suck at this game, so.
Yeah, no, we just say stupid shit when people, because they'll type in the chat, and competitive Overwatch is where the most toxic players are.
The most evil people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Adolf Hitler would have played competitive Overwatch.
What a fucking sentence.
But I'm not evil. I'm the good guy. I'm the nicest Baptiste main you'll ever meet.
That is true.
Because
I
every
believe it.
Baptiste main you ever encounter are the most angriest, evil
That is
people.
true. So that character, Colt loves playing him, but every other main of that character, they have been an absolutely mean piece of shit. I don't know why, but they are the meanest fucking people ever. For some fucking reason. Colt's like the only one who's just like, it's like, nice. It's so fucking weird.
What's the mystery here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Baptiste's a nice guy. He's not a
Baptiste
mean
is such
character.
a nice character too.
Yeah.
He's so sweet.
Bullshit. Up next is Better Call Saul. It finally ended this year. It ended not with a bang, but still really fucking good. It's better than Breaking Bad. It complements it really well. I think if you watch this before you watch Breaking Bad, you might enjoy Breaking Bad more. It's hard to say because I watched Breaking Bad first. It's really fucking good. I highly recommend you check it out. Fucking Bob Odenkirk. I'm sorry, bud. This is your best role. And I don't know if it's going to get better.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's just so good. He should know that himself, too, because it's so fucking good. It's just peak.
I mean, it's just funny to see someone who's known for doing comedies and being, like, really silly just, like, completely kill it in a dramatic role.
Yeah.
Just considering previous track records like Tom Hanks and Leslie Nielsen, like, people who were known for doing comedies that, or, you know, vice versa, because Leslie was a dramatic actor, went to comedy, great comedian. Then Tom Hanks started with comedies, and he's known for being a great dramatic actor. So, like, that usually tracks.
Up next, Chainsaw Man. Fucking love it. Devil in the Name of Devil. Devil in the Name of Devil. Great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Please watch it. Please. It's sad. But very
And also
good.
really hype.
And really hype. It's really good. Next is Stranger Things Season 4. Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up. I really enjoyed Season 4. Despite the fan base being weird and strange. Same thing.
Whoa. Also, 11 crashing that helicopter. Pretty fucking cool.
Yes, it was. It was. I really enjoyed it. There's no point in saying I recommend it because it's one of the most popular
Everyone on
shows.
Earth has seen it.
Yes.
I
Really
haven't.
good. Yes, because you're weird.
I haven't caught up.
86, the anime. I want to read the light novels, but the anime, I watched part 1 and part 2. Boy, that shit's good.
Is there a reason why it's on the right?
It's because it's a number.
That's how numbers align on
I thought you were
on
doing a
Excel.
bit.
No, I wasn't. It just automatically shot itself over there as soon as I typed in 86. It's not spelt 86. It's 86.
Yeah.
I mean, until you said it was an anime, it's just like, why did Colt put the number 86? It's like that was my lucky number.
I
This year.
thought he was doing a bit.
Honestly, when he had trucks and MILFs.
I know. I can't believe we wasted just that little time right there just to talk about for a second MILFs and trucks.
What are you talking about? I didn't know we were going to lose an hour of fucking information.
That's true. None of us knew that.
We had to make that up with MILFs and trucks.
Next is Ranking of Kings. Fantastic stuff. Little Bochi. Little King. We talked about it before. We only reviewed the first episode.
Thank
but
you, King.
I watched all of it. Really fucking good stuff. You'll fall in love with that little king. Up next, Euphoria. I watched all of it, even though whenever people would talk about it before, I thought, that sounds terrible. I don't want to watch it. Turns out when you're put in a bed for a month without being able to really move that much, you'll watch anything. But it was really good. I fell in love with it. It's actually a lot of fun. Zendaya is really good. Very emotional, very sad. Station 11, that's another big HBO show. Very good. It's apocalyptic. I think it's based on a graphic novel.
Novel.
A novel. It's really fucking good. Highly recommend that. The Boyz Season 3. This is the best Boyz season. I highly recommend jumping in on The Boyz if you have not already.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. I need Wenzel to catch up so he can know what the fuck's going on. It's good. The Boyz is good. And then Elon Musk bought Twitter. So that's a fun thing that happened this year.
That fucking sucked.
Or last year. Thank you, Elon Musk. You suck so much shit through my ass. Thank you. And that little shit was at Game Awards that fucking tarnished.
You know, I'll say it. Elon Musk needs to... I hope he dies.
Yes, he does. He
Whoa,
does.
how dare you say something so controversial yet brave?
Anyway, that little shit at the Game Awards.
Fuck you, kid. Why
Yeah.
would you do that? You're fucking ruining the moment by just being your weird little edgy self.
Like,
you
who are you...
In the past, you've praised, not praised, you said like free Hong Kong and like these really good things. I agree with you on. But now you choose your one moment on like the biggest moment in your entire life. You're never going to get this many eyes on you ever again. And then you choose to be an edgy little fuck? Fuck you, kid. I hate you. Up next is My Back Broke. It was bad. It didn't break, but I was in pain.
Colt's back broke in half. Someone pulled a Bane, broke him over his knee.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
It was pretty bad. I was in severe pain. I still am, not severe, but I am in pain, but not that
it was
bad.
it was the Dark Knight Rises where he got taken to that prison, but I was the guy who had to pop his back into place.
Yeah. It was pretty rough.
And we replaced Colt for a while with like this insane like Knight Templar guy with a cool mask and a flaming sword. And,
yeah.
And we were like, well, I think this guy's too crazy. We need Colt back.
It kind of went wild.
Up next is Nazi Kanye. That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty fucking
crazy.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Whatever, man. Get out of here, Kanye. I don't care about you anymore. You tarnished your music. No one loves you. Fuck you. Up next, Rom-Com by Jakey. I love Jakey, and it's been years coming. I'm so glad he finally released his album. Every single song on the album is a banger. I love it. Great job, Jakey. Keep it up. I love you. Up next is Chino Moreno's releasing more Crosses music under the name of Crosses. He's been releasing stuff on there. He released stuff on there in like 2013, and then he took like a very, very long break, probably like 7-year break, 7-8 years. And he's finally releasing more on that, and it's really fucking good. And last is Alpha Zulu by Phoenix, another great album. Love Phoenix, and I love Alpha Zulu. Great music, great job.
I need to listen to all of this. I really like their single Winter Solstice and the other single Alpha Zulu. Also, that reminds me, speaking of music, it's just a very small EP. It's a collab between Tropical Fuck Storm and King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, called Satanic Slumber Party. It's really good, but the second part 2 of it, it's called Satanic Slumber Party Part 2, Midnight in Sodom. Really fucking good. I really like it.
Nice. Mine is mostly just the TV shows I've watched over the last year. Started the year with a series I think was unfortunately cut short. It's called Trickster. It is still streaming on Shudder. They picked it up. It's about a young indigenous boy who discovers like a supernatural aspect to his birth, and it's just him coming to realize like the dark forces that are sort of like competing for what he is. And plus it's just like it's a fun horror series. And I think the early part of the year I got to like explore like a lot of really cool like indigenous led stories. Like I started Reservation Dogs. Love that show.
Really good.
And I got to finish. I'll go ahead and lead right into that. I started Reservation Dogs at season 1, and then season 2 started this past August. And while I was sick with COVID, I binged all of it. I mean, it's only like 6 episodes or so, 6 episodes. Trickster's at 6 episodes. Knock it out really quickly. Just really like some of the funniest TV I've seen in a long time. I think you'll be like, if you haven't checked it already, Reservation Dogs on Hulu, check it out. It's really good.
I want to say one thing from Reservation Dogs that really made me laugh was the uncle that said there's a tornado coming. And he'd ride around on his lawnmower around the town trying to find an axe to do a ceremony to stop it. And at the very end of it, it's the last episode of the first season, he is butt naked in a field, and then he picks up the axe, and it slowly disintegrates. And you can see the spirit, the uncle, the cousin, the father, the son, spirit of the native. And he's like, hey, what's up? Thanks for that. I'm not here to take you to Afterlife. I'm just kind of here to say, yeah, you're welcome, I guess. It's really funny.
I mean, because it follows like this young quartet of teenagers as they live on like a very like impoverished neighborhood, and just like the hood rat shit they get into, and it has a great sense of humor. It covers like some really like heartbreaking stuff. Like it does humor and drama and tragedy, all which to an exceptional degree. And like giving like a platform to show like some really cool like points of view that you don't see very often. And the second season just continues on that. There's some of like the really just like there's a lot of bittersweet moments in season 2, but there's also a lot of catharsis just from the things that's built with season 1. And And I just enjoy like the magical realism of it, how like, there's like, oh, there's like a tall man, there's like a ghost or something that they're dealing with, and it's one of my favorite TV shows now. I watched it through like several times already. It's a great time. Los Spookies. It's on HBO Max. There's 2 seasons, both pretty short. I can't remember who recommended it to me, but I remember checking it out and was really surprised. I thought it was very funny. It's about another quartet of strange people, but these are like, I would say late 20s, mid 30s friends who essentially they're like, they do odd jobs for people, but for pulling like hoaxes for supernatural stuff. Like for instance, the first episode, a priest comes to him and is like, hey, there's this really hot new priest that is really distracting to the congregation, and he's too cool, so I'm going to need you to fake an exorcism so I can look cooler than him. and it's like stuff like that. They fake a haunted house, they fake a sea monster sighting, and like it's really funny just how matter of fact these people come to them for like just really wild scenarios, and it's like it's really strange. It's like very queer. And I just had a lot of fun with it, and how there's a lot of weird bits are just not commented on. Like one of the main characters is an exorbitantly rich, exorbitantly self-obsessed character. He kind of like finances their work in a way, and he imagines this great, big, mysterious backstory for himself, but his real origin is poorly mundane. So he's like pretending that it's like, oh yes, I was abandoned in a nunnery in a thunderstorm and like all this and that, but he doesn't make mention of the fact that he has a demon living inside of him that's trying to get him to do stuff, and it's just like, but he makes no mention of that. He has weirdly unexplained powers that he just doesn't mention, that never come up, but he's imagining just like this and crazy story for himself that he tells everyone else, but he actually is unique, but he just thinks that's mundane because he's lived with his whole life.
Fuck.
It's a really fun series. I will say I don't think the second season is quite as strong as the first, but I had a good time with it. And even though it's all in Spanish subtitles, so you can easily check it out on HBO Max. Smiling Friends, another HBO Max series. We watched that early this year. Fucking hoot. Loved it. I still fucking think about the Halloween episode they did.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. Our Flag Means Death. I finally watched it.
Yep.
Hugely popular series on HBO Max. Well, HBO Max series. About a bunch. It's like very loosely based on history. Taika Waititi stars in it as Blackbeard, and it's about these like pirates who are failures, and it's a really funny series, really fun. It's super easy to watch, super queer. It's been a huge hit with LGBTQ folks, and really excited for season 2. We're expecting that sometime in 2023. What We Do in the Shadows, the TV series, started that this year. I started with season 1, went to season 4. Had a great time with it. It's super fun. Basically, 3 vampires living in a house, much like the movie. They have a familiar who kind of is at their beck and call, played by Harvey Guillen, who's had a huge explosion of success recently, and plus like some really great bits for the season. The season 1 finale is incredible. Like there's a lot of just like great just general references to vampire, and like some of the funniest cameos I've seen. And to spoil a little bit, it's in the same universe as the movie.
Yay! I'm very glad about that. I've been meaning to watch it.
Yeah.
I've had a good time with it. Stranger Things, the world watched it. It was fun. Those last 4 episodes were fucking movies. We practically should have been on Letterboxd. Recommendation of Ash, watched Abbott Elementary.
That's another I need to watch.
That's another show I've been wanting to watch. Yeah.
It's on Hulu. Super fun. It's very reminiscent of Parks and Rec. Like the main teacher, she's full of piss and vinegar, and she's like, I'm gonna help this school and do all the right things, and then she's like very much stymied by the realities of the world and like the very like I would say jaded other educators in her school. A lot of fun.
I saw there was Gundam in one episode.
Huh?
There was like a model kit, like a RX-78.
Yeah.
was in an episode.
Wow.
So I'm very interested in watching
Wow, you fucking nerd.
So and like it didn't and plus the little like ancillary bits where like the real kids are like talking some really funny bits. It's just like okay, these kids are just like out of nowhere they'll drop like killer line. It's like okay, this is a fun show. That's the TV I've watched this year. I have played a lot of games, but I managed to get to one in 2022 that everyone has played and loved to death. Vampire Survivors. Played it on my iPad. It's fucking fun. I lose so much time to that game.
I've played 30-something hours of it. But you'll hear more of Wenzel and I's opinions about video games on Backlog, boys, because this next month in February, we're actually going to be doing like a Games of the Year thing.
Yeah. We are.
And so I definitely believe all the hype with that. It's been a lot of fun. It's super accessible, I think, and you'll probably lose time in it too. It's a lot of fun.
That's what I hear.
All right, that's it for my TV shows. Well, I know this is definitely quite a comparison. We went 3 hours for the movies and coming up on 45 minutes for the rest of the media, but there are many different reasons for that. But short and sweet is always good, and as we want to thank you all so much for listening to the AYCH Awards. We have a lot more coming up for you next month. Stay tuned. Those plans are unfolding as we speak. So just keep an eye on social, on your podcast feeds, and you'll be the first to know about what you can expect from the rest of AYCH. Until then, be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe on every platform you can find a podcast on. Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. Give us a review. Share us with your friend. It always helps us out, puts us in front of new people, and we always appreciate you when you do it. Be sure to follow us wherever your particular flavor of social media is. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on Letterboxd. All you can hear, seek us out. A lot of fun stuff in there. It helps you keep you up to date with our new schedule that we'll be undergoing for the foreseeable future. At least 2 episodes a month, but still like some other bits that we release throughout the month on those off weeks. But just keep an eye on that. You'll be well served for the stuff that we have coming your way. And lastly, follow me, Patrick, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd. John lost his name.
My name's Colt. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Good year.
Thank you for listening. You follow me, Wenzel, on Twitter at WenzelWiki. You follow my art Instagram at World of Wenzel. Go follow my Bookstagram, Wenzel Banters. All the books I've talked about on here. I have already done a review for some of them, and then I will do reviews for all of them. So please go check that out. I love talking about books, and I love talking about books with people, and I love seeing other people talk about books. I really appreciate it. Go to my store, worldofwenzel.bigcartel.com, where I sell prints and stickers. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. There's a link tree for links for all of this stuff, and my Goodreads and my Letterboxd in the bio for everything, my Twitter, my Instagram, whatever. So, thank you again. I'll see you on whenever. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.